Howdy folks, this here's Bubba Ray. I'm going to be talking real fast, so turn the lights on and listen because I don't have time to say it twice. I am in a bunker somewhere in a secure area in the US of A. I am here because my informants have told me that Presidente Calderon of Mexico is very mad at Bubba Ray because I am going to expose the true meaning of his insulting remarks about the Arizona immigration law when he was a guest in our country at our White House. Nobody in Washington seems to have the nerve to do it, so Bubba Ray's going to do it. And because of that, the Mexican CIA is searching for me with a retooled communication satellite that's designed to read my brainwaves and suck them right out of my head if it finds me. I have been provided with a low-tech shield to bounce them scrambled signals back to that satellite like a bunch of eggs in an omelet. You wear that under your hat and you ain't going to get your brainwaves read, but you don't ever look the Mexican CIA in the eye because they put the ojo on you and it'll be all over. My tech staff deserves a word of thanks. Thank you, tech staff. Now, today's message. Translation of Presidente Calderon's remarks about the immigration law are very simple. He ain't concerned about human rights. If he was, he'd fix Mexico. He ain't concerned about racism. The law has nothing to do with race. It has to do with security. Mexico has security. Mexico don't let anybody just come back and forth across the border anytime they want to. Why is it racist if America does it? Now, he wants unrestricted flow of his poor people into this here country so that we can pay slave labor wages, and then they can send some of them hard-earned slave labor wages back to Mexico because it's a big part of their economy. As long as Mexico has a sweetheart deal where we Americans is willing to do that, they don't have to fix their problems. Mexico is a historically corrupt third world place by choice. Now, my cousin Eddie wrote that line and the next couple of lines. Cousin Eddie went to high school. He's pretty smart. Listen to this. Cousin Eddie says, Mexico is a historically corrupt third world place by choice. Mexican leaders have never wanted a viable and educated middle class because they start asking embarrassing questions and voting, and they will change the balance of the ruling class power in Mexico. And that ain't going to change until America cuts off the magnet of employers that attract them people. Now, sometime get some buds and dress up in dark green clothes and go walking around construction sites, maybe with your binoculars and a notepad and a radio, and you watch how fast things come to a halt at some of them construction sites. You see people hiding under tractors, not looking you in the eye. Some of them just flat take off running. Go to a restaurant and holler, "Immigracion," back at the kitchen, and you might just see the taco chef flying out the back door and over the back fence. Now, regarding Presidente Calderon and his lying insults, when you start thinking about a vacation in Mexico, think again. Start thinking about seeing this country. In fact, I understand Arizona has a wonderful tourist office, and they'd be real helpful in letting you know some really neat things to see out there. Let's let Arizona and Washington, D.C. know how we feel about this corrupt Mexican president and his remarks. Let's let that lily-livered Texas Governor Rick Perry know how we feel about his rolling over for big dog business people that's paying them slave labor wages, and them slumlords that has them people living in rat-infested and insect-infested substandard housing. The Mexicans need to be going home and kicking Presidente Calderon's royal butt right out of office, and then they will be surprised at how fast they can have a better country. So if there's going to be a revolution, it needs to be the Mexican people taking charge of their own government. Excuse me. This here's Bubba Ray to Bubba Ray Control. I am leaving the secure bunker. I will contact you on Secure Channel B in 5 minutes. Thank you, folks. I had to get some of that business done. Now I'm going to get up and turn off the camera because I ain't got no tech staff down here. I ain't got no tech staff anywhere, actually. Want to remind you to go to my website, bubba-ray.com, BUBBA-RAY.com. Bubba Ray, ain't too proud to accept your vote with dollars. If you want to send a buck in support of Bubba Ray, maybe someday I can buy better equipment and have somebody to edit this stuff so I don't have to get up and turn off the camera like this all the time. Thank you. Thank you very much.